Tsuewa's story begins in one of the cruelest scenarios an animal could face, frozen in brutal temperatures of -30 degrees Celsius, with his tail stuck to the wheel of a car. The little cat was unable to move, completely at the mercy of the relentless cold and human indifference. Had it not been for the desperate cry he emitted, his fate might have been sealed at that moment. But luckily, a young woman heard his cries, and what could have been the tragic end of a life turned into a journey of hope and recovery. When the young woman reached Tsuehua, the kitten's condition was one of pure despair. In addition to being frozen, his body was covered in feces, a mixture of dirt and stench that suggested the possibility that he had been the target of some cruel act, or perhaps simply a horrible accident on the icy streets. At that moment, Tsuehua was on the brink of death, paralyzed, barely able to breathe. Moved by a sense of compassion and urgency, the young woman picked him up and took him home, determined to save him. The first thing she did was to wash Tsuehua with hot water, not only to clean his body, but also to try to warm his small, fragile body, which was suffering from hypothermia. Upon feeling the warmth of the water and the care of the young woman, Tsuehua, who until then seemed to be giving in to death, began to show signs of reaction. It was a moment of hope. Even after all the trauma, he accepted the food that was offered to him, eating enthusiastically and revealing a spirit of survival. That night, the little cat, who minutes before had been on the verge of death, snuggled into a warm nest prepared by his rescuer. There, protected from the brutal cold that had almost killed him, he was finally able to rest. The shock of the rescue was alleviated by the warmth of home, and the next morning, Tsuehua was more alert, even playing with a ball, a clear sign that he was beginning to recover. The young woman named him Tsuehua, and he became part of her family. Despite all the brutality of the streets, Tsuehua was a sweet-tempered cat. Over the days, he proved to be gentle, friendly, and well-behaved, something surprising for an animal that had lived on the streets. His physical and emotional recovery began to bear fruit quickly, but there were still doubts about his health, especially after all the suffering he had been through. So the young woman decided to take him to the vet for a complete checkup. On the way to the clinic, Tsuehua, now more comfortable and secure in his new home, showed a curious and charming behavior. In the car, he stretched his little head, observing everything around him with great interest. When he arrived at the vet, the examination revealed that, fortunately, Tsuehua was in good health, despite all the trauma he had suffered. He needed to be dewormed and receive his routine vaccinations, but otherwise, his body was resilient. He had survived the extreme cold, something that in itself was a small miracle. Throughout the entire process at the vet, Tsuehua was extremely cooperative. There was no resistance, no fear, just calm curiosity. After the treatment, he was taken back home, where he began to fully adjust to his new environment. In the days that followed, he proved to be an intelligent cat full of personality. Even so, his adaptation to his new domestic life was not without its small challenges. During one of his first weeks at home, while playing, Tsuehua accidentally scratched his owner's hand. When he realized what he had done, he immediately hid, with an expression of regret, as if he knew he shouldn't have hurt the person who saved him. It was a touching moment, which revealed his sensitivity and eagerness to please. In addition, surveillance cameras in the house captured adorable scenes of Tsuehua, restless and full of energy, exploring every corner of the house, messing with blankets and toys, as if he were discovering a new world. In one of the funniest moments, the young woman decided to place dumbbells on the blanket he was messing with so much, hoping to stop him from making any more messes. But Tsuehua, determined, tried to pierce the blanket repeatedly until he finally gave up and lay down with a defeated expression, something that made everyone laugh. Over time, Tsuehua became an integral part of the family. After his second dose of vaccinations, he was able to roam freely around the house and interact with the other animals. Soon, the young woman who rescued him decided to expand her work to help stray animals. Inspired by Tsuewa's story, she began building shelters for stray cats, providing them with food and protection from the cold. Tsuehua, observing these acts of kindness, seemed to understand what was happening, always curious and attentive to new visitors. Soon, a new member joined the family, Shukrut, another stray cat who, like Tsuehua, was rescued from the harsh conditions of the streets. Initially, Shukrut's arrival caused a small conflict, with Tsuehua showing jealousy and even scratching the new cat. But over time, the two reconciled and became inseparable companions, often causing mischief together and leaving the house in a real mess. 6 months after Tsuehua's rescue, he underwent an impressive transformation. From a skinny, dirty, and injured cat, he became a beautiful and healthy pet cat. His life was now peaceful, comfortable, and full of love. He recently underwent a spay surgery, and even wearing the uncomfortable Elizabethan collar, he did not lose his energy and disposition. Tsuehua, who was once on the brink of death, now lived surrounded by affection and protection. His transformation was proof that, with love and care, any animal can recover and live a full life. Her story, like that of many other stray animals, is a powerful reminder that everyone deserves a second chance. And thanks to the compassion of a young girl, Tsuehua found not only a home, but a new life, full of love and hope. May this story inspire more people to look at stray animals with a little more empathy. They too have the right to live with dignity, and often all they need is a helping hand to completely change their fate.